Loading Screen is brought to you by Mike and Ike. Welcome to Loading Screen, where we know exactly what we're doing.
Your taste sucks. That movie was bad.
Like
anyway. Five. There you go. Yeah, we're back.
You might have to refer to me as Captain, Alex.
All right.
Have you lost some weight?
No. I looked skinnier in that video. Man. I packed on a few pounds since
I think we've all packed on a few pounds since the holiday.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Loading Screen. This is, of course, your morning gaming podcast to cue your day up with. I am, of course, Dre, aka Crash, and with me is Alex, aka Sir Skrillex, and we have survived.
What up?
2020.
Dude, I didn't think we were gonna make it.
First show of 2020. I wasn't sure either, man. I don't know if I had enough quarters to continue the game, but I somehow went. I yelled. I was like, "Mom, I need more. I need more tokens." And was able to make it. So happy holidays, and of course, happy New Year's to those that we didn't get a chance to say it to before the year.
New Year,
up,
everyone.
Yep. But new year, new me. Psych. Not really.
Just kidding. Same
show. Same degenerates on here. It's all good.
Yeah, you know.
But the cool thing about it, new year means some new games, right? But with new games that are going on this year, of course, we get a chance to kind of like look back a little bit at, what 2020 held for us. As crazy as it was, gotta admit it, as crazy as 2020 was for the entire world, it was a damn good year to be a gamer.
Damn good year to be a gamer, man.
Damn good year to be a gamer.
And it helped us all. We got some new people who were gamers, and I think that's for that is one of the reasons it's so hard to get a new console.
Still.
But still,
GPU, console,
right?
It's,
all these
it's
newbie gamers are like, yeah, I'm gonna get a 3080.
Yeah, I'm on the fence still, man. I'm still on the fence right now.
Just wait. I mean, if you've been able to hold out this long, there's no reason in getting it. But hold on, did you play any games over the holiday?
Yeah, man. It was pretty wild to. So fun fact, I got to do something I haven't done in quite some time. To answer your question, I've been playing. I was playing a lot of Cyberpunk, of course. I finally got to really sit down with it. I got to play a lot of Apex ranked. I took the opportunity to feed my competitive nature and actually play ranked and ladder. Nice. And these were like real gamer hours. I haven't done this in a while, only because I'm an adult and I don't have the time to do this at times. Yeah, man, I gotta wake up for meetings in the morning. But I got hit with the situation where I'm playing. I'm just grinding. It's ladder. I'm laddering all night. I'm going up, and eventually I just for one my legs start hurting, and I'm like, man, I haven't moved in a minute, right? I'm because I haven't moved in a while. I feel like I have straight
blood clots.
I have straight up not moved my legs. I'm like, oh my goodness, I did not realize I spent that much time not caring. I'm still just vibing, just playing music, grabbing snacks, freaking just. And then I look to my left, so I got my window right here, and I realize it's getting bright. Really bright, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Man.
I look over and I'm like, oh my god, what time is it? And I gamed till 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, dude. It was
wow.
It's been a while, and it felt real damn good to be back and to have that situation happen again. It was really cool. I was just like, wow, this is real. I got to do that a couple of times. Which felt great. So it's really a chance to get tuned with my inner gamer again. 11-year-old me would be proud. 11-year-old me would be very proud.
Dude, it's good getting those sessions in every once in a while. When I started playing Final Fantasy 14, dude, I had a 18-hour gaming session one day, and it's you need it every once in a while. To humble yourself again.
It really is. It's a good reminder, what games can do, as an escape to from reality to enjoy things like stories, good stories, or if you're like me, you're competitive, just to kind of scratch that itch that you got. But man, that's how the holiday went for me. I'm sure it probably didn't go too different from you. I'm positive it probably
Well,
didn't go too different for you.
I spent a whole lot of PTO,
Mm.
and I took advantage of it. You ready for this? Here's my list. I'm not going to go into detail, but crap, where's my list? Here it is. I had to type it out. Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 70 hours in that game now. Final Fantasy 14, obviously. Gotten into endgame content with extremes.
Yeah,
that's new.
I was peeping. I technically can't watch your streams because you're in places I don't
Bro,
know
you
of.
need to
And
finish the damn game.
So I haven't been, but I've seen the titles and I've seen that you're like actually doing extremes and such, which
Yep,
that's
it's cool,
fun.
man. They're fun. Played some COD, obviously, and Halo 2 multiplayer.
Nice.
Scratch that itch, speaking of competitive itch. And then 2 random ones, but I have picked up Fallen Order again. Started from the beginning.
Okay.
And have been playing through that because I'm rewatching the entire Star Wars saga and starting from the very beginning and watching all the way through. So you know how sometimes when you watch shows or movies or something, it makes you want to play.
I have a very select few of shows that like it's almost like you look at your watch like, oh, it's it's time for lunch. Like for me it's the year's like, oh, it's this time of year. It's time for me to binge watch
for you to watch that. Yep.
This entire show from beginning to end, and it's like I've seen it every year. But it was Christmas time, so to watch Star Wars, that's kind of expected. And plus with things like Mandalorian season 2 finishing up, it's kind of hot, right?
This is what I got over the holiday.
There you go. You got Grogu right in the corner.
Man.
But Fallen Order, I'm gonna just put it out there. Fallen Order, I think to date has one of the greatest scenes. You finished it, right?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna say what the scene is. But by the end of the game, there is a particular scene that I'm sure you've probably seen it somewhere, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't played Fallen Order, and especially for you if you haven't played it. But I think that scene is probably I could do like a dissertation on this scene alone, and the scene's only like maybe 2 minutes long.
Okay.
And I could just do a dissertation on it and just completely geek out. Once you get to that point, we'll talk about it. But it's got like such incredible.
I just got past, and I'm not going to spoil it just in case. But I just got past the one cutscene. So this isn't necessarily a spoiler because you go back and forth to the planets all the time. But after you go back to Zepho the second time and you get past, like, oh, dude, the puzzles are crazy. But I just had the cutscene where you go, what? Like you had it a hunch this was going to happen, but it goes, what? So I got that, and then I'm excited. I'm starting to play that again. It's a great game. I don't know why I stopped. I guess other games came out.
Yeah, it was in a weird kind of time. Like when it came out, it was good, but it was just like there were other things that were kind of taking people's attention away, so it like got lost in the shuffle.
Yep, and to end it off, also weird. Speaking of weird, been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO.
Oh yeah, that's one of those games for me. Like how I said shows that you binge watch. Like that's one of those games where you just go back to and play.
Yeah. It's not. I remember people saying it was like booty, but I mean it looks graphically it looks just like WoW, but everything's voiced and it's pretty enjoyable.
I mean, 1 was good, but then 2, the Sith Lords one, like just made it even better. So if I were to pick between the 2 would be my go-to. But that's just me. And I remember playing that game on the Duke. I remember having the Duke in my hand and like pressing the white button, the black button in order to actually do certain things in that game. But all right, so with 2020 behind us in our rear view mirror as we strive into 2021, hopefully not crash the damn car and make it to our destination. Let's take a quick look at just some of the games. The Steam Game Awards came through, so let's check out the gaming news and cover that real quick. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the Steam Game Awards, like I've said my piece before with awards, not really in my radar, but Alex was like, yo, we got to cover this because it's awesome. And I'm like, all right. Then I looked at the list, and the first name already threw me through a loop, and I had to already start researching as to why this was showing up. So let's just jump into it. Game of the Year, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I was like, What? That came
But
out
that
in
was-
2018. Why the
Yeah.
hell are we covering this now? This
Yeah.
is something's wrong here. Especially considering, Hades is in here, Doom Eternal, Fall Guys, and Death Stranding. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out on Steam in like December of 2019. So it hit that like, that time.
The grace period.
Yeah, the grace period. Thank you. To get in. So I ended up winning, which, I mean,
Wait.
sure. Why not?
Oh, it came out on Steam.
Steam. Remember, this is
2019.
specifically
Okay.
Steam because it came out in 2018 on console, which is what threw me through a loop at first. And I'm like, I am positive this did not come out in 2019, which I was correct. But it was because it came out on at the end of 2019 for Steam, which is why it got included.
Okay.
I mean, I must just say there for Red Dead 2 that hasn't already been said. We've already had the game for several years, so it's just now also on PC. VR Game of the Year, Half-Life Alyx. I mean,
the biggest and like only game for VR.
Steam is the closest thing you're getting to Halo 3. Yeah, that's an easy win. Sorry, sorry, Phasmophobia and Squadrons. You had a good chance, but
Phasmo was a good game though.
Labor of Love,
Labor of
Counter-Strike
Love.
Global Offensive.
Can't shake that.
Yep.
People love it.
I mean, surprising. Like, No Man's Sky, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Terraria, and Among Us were the other nominations for that.
This is cool because it's like games that have been out for a while, but people love them.
Yeah, it kind of
cool.
it drives me. It's kind of weird because you don't see the usual suspects, right? Better with Friends, Fall Guys taking that. Cool. Fall Guys, kind of going strong now. Like I said, season 3 is actually live at the moment. Sea of Thieves. I know you yourself are a fan.
Great with friends. Yep.
Borderlands 3. It's always fun with friends. We're actually going to talk about the developer in a second, or at least someone that was involved in this. Deep Rock. What is it? Deep Rock Galactic? I don't know what that game is. And Risk Range.
Yeah, I'm not even going to explain what it is, but check it out. Overwhelmingly positive reviews.
In terms of most innovative gameplay, we have Death Walking.
This was cool.
Walking Simulator.
Death Walk. I was like, wow.
It was just a delivery.
Right
it was a delivery sim right there. He's like, come on.
Swing and miss there.
Yep. Sorry, bro. Nope. Wrong. Next level, dog.
This was pretty cool because I thought it was really neat what they did in terms of, like, because like if you and I went and played it now, like we would benefit from everything everybody did in that game prior to us playing it, right? Which would probably make it a little less fun, but a little less more English, a little less fun, but it was just cool. It's a cool concept. Cyberpunk is putting DLC in there, like little missions and stuff.
I found Kojima in Cyberpunk. And,
did you? Nice.
Yeah, I found them. I saw the video first of him in there, and then I naturally found them, and I was like, oh shit! I thought it was gonna be like way harder to find this guy, but no, just hiding in plain sight. So yeah, that took over. Control, Subliminal. Was it no?
I honestly haven't played any of these other games.
Outstanding story-rich game, Red Dead 2. Kind of what it was really known for, especially when it dropped. So not really surprised.
Definitely not its online. Online people are not happy with that game.
Yeah, that's something else. This I thought was funny. This wasn't even planned, but best game you suck at. Apex.
This
about
is cool.
Right.
I like this.
About right. I'm pretty bad at it. I'm pretty bad at it. Actually,
great
Apex,
game, but I suck at it.
Apex, awesome. I believe, is they have like a new event that just dropped today. There's like some patching that went on today. This game is kind of getting a little bit under fire in the professional competitive scene due to the balancing. It's in a weird place where legends or character abilities are starting to overshadow gunplay. So they're like, pros are like, this is becoming Overwatch. We have to be very careful here because this is going down a slippery slope. So expect to see, maybe some more articles on this. As like I said, it just dropped, so it's gonna take a little bit for it to marinate and people kind of just get sauced up for a bit before they really get a full read on it. But initial reactions not too hot, at least like I said from the competitive scene. Outstanding visual style, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Yeah,
I hear this all the time. It looks absolutely stunning.
I have nothing to say. Yes, this game does look amazing. Animations, everything about it, just chef's kiss. Can I have any more kitchen analogies?
Lame Mabs is gonna like the second nomination for this one.
Best soundtrack. I mean, duh.
You can't argue with it.
Mick Gordon, like, you know, you cannot argue with my man. He rips any project. Sadly, he's no longer involved in this project. You know, there was unfortunately that fallout post game release. He might not be coming back, so this might be the last time we see or we get kind of a Doom Eternal soundtrack that kind of wins these awards. We'll see where you know, wherever he heads from there. But regardless, his work and his mark that he stomped on the Doom franchise, yes, the song, not the song, but like, you know, all the tracks in here, just fire. They definitely exist well within the gameplay of this game, and can't really take that away. Yes, Halo was you know, in there, can't really dispute it. We've got Helltaker, and then P4 Golden, which is Persona 4 Golden that did drop, and of course Need for Speed Heat. Your sit back and relax winner, The Sims 4.
I mean, that's a popular game all around.
People still playing
Yeah,
I'm looking to my assistant for that because she's got a problem.
Your roommate upstairs is obsessed with that game.
Well, the only reason the roommate's also is very obsessed is because my assistant here just keeps bringing her into it even more. So
nice.
I believe there's even more DLC for The Sims 4 planned, or that's like happening now. Is it still like lively supported? Oh, a new one.
They just got it like DLC and all that. Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So yeah,
I mean, not my cup of tea, but
yeah, not really up my. But I will give them props on the ads though. Some of the ads are hilarious, like girl waking up and then it's like she just jumps into a bunch of water.
Into water. Dude, when I first saw that, I was like, what am I watching?
I was confused too. I was like, huh. And then it hit me, and I was like, that's about right. That's about right. I'm just waiting for the ad where eventually everyone's just on fire and someone's just laughing because, you know, everyone did it at one point.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Let your Sims suffer. It's horrible. It's horrible. But those are your winners for this year's Steam Awards. Not too shabby. It was, you know, I think it was correctly balanced. The Red Dead one is just the only one that threw me through a loop for a minute there. But if
wait, I'm trying something. Can you let me know if you can hear this on stream, okay?
Okay.
Yay, the 2020 awards. Woo!
No, I can't hear it.
You can't?
Nope.
Why are you laughing then?
Because it was quiet and it was awkward.
People are clapping.
All right. Well, not in my ears.
Anyway,
not in my ears. They're not.
My soundboard doesn't work on Dre's computer.
No, sorry, bro. So what does work here, right? All right. So peek this. This is gonna be just to put a perspective because this blew my mind more when I looked this up. So Epic Games announced a new headquarters here in the United States. That's gonna be up in North Carolina, out in Cary, North Carolina. You might be like, what's the big deal? Studios, you know, they change spots, they upgrade, they sometimes downgrade. The fact that these guys are moving, okay, of course, Epic Games, you know, Fortnite and such, quite literally
Since
printing
we can't
money.
Do my sounds, I'll just make them.
Yes. Oh my God.
Drum roll!
They are now purchasing Cary Town Center, a defunct mall in North Carolina, at 980,000 square feet. An 87-acre property expected to be fully converted into the new headquarters.
Thick.
To put it in perspective here, I have been to the Pentagon for work-related reasons. And I did not know how big the Pentagon was because it's basically, once I got in, first of all, if you ever been in D.C. in the morning in general, you know,
I love D.C.
Good luck to you. But like to go to the Pentagon in the morning, just the flood of people to get in is a sight in itself in the parking lot. Now, when you're actually in there, I was very surprised as to how big it was. I did not really know how big the Pentagon was. And I'm talking, it had everything. Like you could just live there. Like they have all kinds of food. They have dry cleaners inside. It's basically a mall inside.
What?
Yes, I didn't know this. It was like the first floor. I just checked the size. The Pentagon's only 37 acres, like, of property. This is double.
87?
This is double. More than double today.
Oh
it's like,
my
it's like 115%.
And because of Fortnite.
And I'm just like, that is so much space. Like, it is actually incredible of the size that, and this is supposed to be their headquarters. So, you know, I can only imagine how, the staffing that's going to be involved here. But, like, holy crap. Yeah, so this is happening. I don't think I saw a date that they're going to actually be moving into. But
Could you imagine? Oh, Mylanta.
yeah,
I
that's
thought our
kind of
new
wild.
headquarters was going to be big.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Excuse me. 2024.
Okay.
Development on the site is expected to happen this year, as early as this year, but it's been officially acquired by Epic Games. I mean,
Talk about gaming surviving the pandemic.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if those toilet stalls do not have money to literally wipe your ass with, I think Epic Games just or V-Bucks,
I want my toilet paper to have golden flakes in them.
or your V-Bucks to wipe your ass with. I think Epic would have missed an incredible opportunity there. So speaking of missed opportunities, Battleborn. Sorry, not to dig the not to dig the knife in and twist it. So Battleborn, for those that know the history of the game, unfortunately, the servers are shutting down for it. It is finally going into the dark. A previous developer for the game kind of tweeted out about it. Aaron Lynn, who worked on Battleborn as the game's lead writer. Battleborn being developed by Gearbox, which more known for games like Borderlands. It's the reason I bring this up is because Battleborn has a very interesting history in terms of development, in terms of release timing, in terms of how it was handled. For those that don't know the history, I suggest you go check out, I forget the YouTuber's name, but he does a really incredible job of doing content for games, like dead games. I know it sounds horrible, but like games that die.
That's pretty interesting. I mean,
God, it's a detective. It's like a detective type. I literally subscribed to him and I can't remember his name. But Battleborn is very interesting because it also is during that Overwatch looming era. It was like kind of fighting against Overwatch when Overwatch was like coming up. I remember seeing, how much time and investment put in, and unfortunately the game, due to development, creative differences, due to their CEO's actions, it hindered what the game could have been.
Bro, the last 30 days, it reached a peak of 39 players on Steam.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That's rough. Now it's looking worse, but when it first dropped, there was high hopes for it. But unfortunately, between gameplay and, like I said, certain actions and other variables, it just did not survive the wave, and it could not take the rounds against games such as Overwatch. So funny enough, Aaron Lind, if you're not aware, was the game's lead writer for it. Has since moved on. This was just brought up because it was a tweet saying, look, all the hard work that went into still making that game happen. Now, when the servers shut down, it's like as if it never existed. So it's kind of like, it's a horrible feeling.
It's sad, yeah.
Since then, though, Lynn has moved on to bigger projects. Actually, currently is the current lead narrative writer for Halo Infinite. So if you didn't know that, it definitely has moved forward. But it's looking back at a chapter of your life. And like I said, it just brought back damn, Battleborn was a very interesting kind of path. And for anyone, like I said, that doesn't know the history, I suggest go look it up. It's actually really interesting. It's kind of funny, and it's also like other franchises that unfortunately they bite off more than they could chew. It's like what not to do in the development world. So I thought it was
let's
good
hope that
to bring
Halo
that up.
Infinite doesn't meet the same fate.
Yeah, let's hope the actual time you took for Infinite to not make the biggest
$750 million.
Not only that, but also the biggest possible release timing that you could have ever had for the game with a new console launch, and actually saying no. I hope you guys know what you're getting into. So to round out gaming news, of course, AGDQ has started this week. It actually started on the 3rd on Sunday, so we are well into the marathon at this point. So if you haven't had a chance, you can go check out the schedule at gamesdonquick.com/schedule. Let's just take a quick peek right now before we end this segment. It's 11:40 right now. Today is Tuesday. I remember I did see this. So they are currently doing Strider. They're on Strider on the NES, which is like a really garbage port. So this is kind of like awful games right now. Next, we got Aladdin. This should be the one for. This is the Genesis one. But then we'll have Metroid.
Hold on, what time is it?
And then we have
Metroid's right now. In case you guys want to see that.
Oh wait, 11:41. What am I thinking? Yeah, I missed that. So Metroid's happening right now. That sucks. I wanted to check it from the beginning, but it's an all boss run for NES. 22 minutes. That it took me multiple weeks as a child to even get close to. I think even grade. So kind of wild. But then we have a Mega Man block coming up. But we have plenty of other games all this week.
I don't want to talk about it too much, but. Speaking of games done quick, the Nier Automata, they have finally found the hidden secret after what, 4 years?
I got something to beat that. By the way, apparently that wasn't the only game people found some stuff out that has been around in the game forever. So Nier, like you said, had that code, that little cheat code that was hard coded into the game where it skips the ending.
Yeah, you literally go right to the ending.
Yeah, exactly. You skip and go right into the ending of it. That took, what he said, 4 years or so to find. That was really cool. But in fighting game world, there was a game called Street Fighter Alpha 2 where there was a code to play a newer, a stronger version of a character that the code was there. And it's, I think, been 25 years. 95, yeah.
Yo,
95
imagine
or
the guy that
96.
coded that, and he's just sitting here like, come on, guys.
You know what's funny? This isn't even the only one, too. MK11 right now, Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat has a very big history when it comes to hidden secrets in games, like the culture of it, way back in the arcade days. The current game, developers have been tweeting about saying, there's stuff in the game that people just still haven't found out about, and it's there. And they're not giving hints. And I'm just like, wow, what year is this? Like, it's kind of crazy to hear about stories, the potential rumors or stories about something in a game, and there's not a video on it. There's no cheat for it. There's no game facts for it. It's just like, it's something in there. We just don't know what it is. Wow. It's pretty wild. It's like it's like a dangling carrot in front of those passionate for all things games. But like I said, AGDQ schedule, it's up, it's live. Go check it out if you haven't had a chance to. Like I said, right now they're doing Metroid. Speaking of, important figures in gaming, I want to go meet the first lady of gaming there, which is, Samus. Spoilers, it's a girl. So with that, we're actually
found that out.
Yeah, I got many takes for that, but we're not doing hot takes tonight. We're not doing hot takes. We're getting into the hardware news. So let's jump into that. So hardware news, we started talking about earlier, PS5s, like good luck, right? Or any really next-gen console. Good luck getting your hands on it, more specifically PS5s. There is currently, I think it's Supers. That's the official page. Yeah, Supers Official on Twitter.
Okay.
They are creating, I think they're like they're trying to create some boutique type consoles. There is a limited edition black PS5 retro style in modeled after the PlayStation 2, of course, theme that we've already saw people were doing, kind of like a pseudo PS5 all black, taking apart the wings and making them black. I don't know if they've done anything else past that, and of course, and the DualShock. They are doing pre-orders on, what is it? Is it the 8th? Yeah, on the 8th they'll be doing pre-orders, and they're only doing a limited amount of units, 304. That is an homage to the original PlayStation 2's release, which was March 4th in 2000. I can't believe it's been that long.
We're old.
Yeah, I mean, considering they're doing it for the iconic system that sold about 155 million units worldwide at this point. It's kind of wild, but I kind of want to, for those that are super desperate to get it, I mean, don't get me wrong, Spider-Man Miles Morales is great. Playing a lot of seeing the PlayStation 4 games kind of optimized for 5 and seeing how much better and responsive it is. Great. This comes with some caveats. For one, good luck if you can get in and get it into your shopping cart and it actually be in your shopping cart when you hit checkout. But two, because of what supposedly what they have done to the system, these systems are coming voided from Sony's warranty because of the teardown. I guess the way they designed it, as far in that went in, that's technically voided. No from me, so dog. That's a flag for me because it's like it's a boutique, and also you're paying more. You're paying, I think, somewhere upwards.
And they're not guaranteed to work, guys. It's a first gen.
$649 for the PS5 console, which is normally $499. You know, and then you're spending $99 over the usual $69 for the DualSense. So once again, it's kind of a risk, but if you're that desperate, this is an avenue for you to get it. Once again, it's going to be happening on the 8th, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when the reserves are happening. I mean, at this point, if all the I don't know what else they did, to be honest, to make it a boutique build, but I'm just trying to give you guys some leads. And also, it's pretty cool. It's all black. It's kind of what I was hoping they would come out with, but unfortunately, they didn't. Maybe in the future they will. But
Sure will.
yeah, we'll see. So come January 8th, you know, once they make shipments happen, I think in February, we'll hear about any possible issue. We'll come back to this console if there's any problems with it later. So speaking of consoles, this also is kind of like what we're gonna trail off and finish off things. I don't know if you had a chance to see modding culture. For those that have been on this show, probably know like my history with it. But
This is so cool.
I'm a big fan. Someone has recently created the smallest, the tiniest possible Nintendo 64 you can think of. And this isn't the first time it's happened. As you can see here in the examples, there are different iterations of it from multiple different modders out there. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is now the current.
My eyes would hurt playing that.
This is made by G-Man Mods. Like, look at it. It is smaller in width than the actual cartridge, because this is not an emulation station. This isn't just a simple like Raspberry Pi that can also play N64 emulators. No, this is native hardware that my man has taken in, like,
awesome.
You know, good old fashioned PCB cutting and putting it together and soldering, and that is it. That is your N64 right there. And this is the official board. This is like what he ripped out of it and cut up and got to do, rewired, you know, CPU, all that stuff, and made it work natively. This is like a 240p like LED screen, using the DualSense, using the Wii Joy-Con controller joysticks. I've been seeing those out in the wild more often. Because of just like they're smaller than even like say your DS sliders, which used to be kind of go-tos. But G-Man Mods currently is the one that's rocking the record for this, and he does an incredible video here. If you haven't a chance to go check it out, I suggest go check out his YouTube page. It is G-Man Mods, that's with a Z at the end. And he goes through the entire process, you know, how he 3D modeled it, 3D printing, with it being so, you know, commonplace that you could
the
have
soldering
a 3D printer.
is what gets me.
The soldering
so confusing to me.
It's a very, very interesting, very precise acquired technique to get to work. As you can see, it's no joke. But this was pretty awesome to see. I'm a big fan. I suggest, like I said, anyone that wants to go check it out, go see it. It's hilarious that, like, I mean, the actual portability of it, like, I don't know who's going to have a cartridge collector somewhere in their bag. Like, yeah, let me play my 64. Like, you know, let me pull out Perfect Dark. Like, when the damn thing takes so much space. But it is still incredibly impressive to see how far we've gotten.
It's awesome.
And, yeah, I was just, like, taken back for that. But with that, guys, that actually is going to finish up our show. Don't let that fool you. There you go. Thank you. Don't let that fool you. Your loading is complete. Your day is queued up, and your year is only getting started. Want to say thank you to everyone, of course, that hung out with us this morning. Of course, this is only going to be the first this week. We will be live on Thursday as well, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what else to say, but, you know, looking forward to 2021, man. We've got some games that we want to talk about that are releasing. Maybe we'll do that on a Thursday show. I know we wanted to squeeze that in this week, but we'll do it on Thursday, and we'll take a look at what we want to see in 2021. What games are your go-tos, your must-haves, and which ones you might even be trying to check out as well. But until then, shout-outs to, of course, Mike and Ike and Zip Chair for supporting the show, and, of course, our other shows and tournaments here at NSG. And we'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm Dre.
Cheers to
Alex.
2021, guys.
Cheers to 2021. Later.
Peace.